Who would have thought that the first real explosion in the 2026 drama world would come from a poster with almost nothing behind it? No completed script, no official production approval, not even a confirmed filming date. And yet, on May 11th, Youku pushed Legend of Zanghai 2 straight to the center of its annual lineup event like it was already the crown jewel of the entire platform. That alone was enough to shock the industry. People started calling it the most powerful sequel project in Chinese entertainment, not because the drama has already started filming, but because it somehow managed to dominate investment presentations with just a concept poster. That almost never happens. The official slogan was only 16 Chinese characters, hidden blades for years, now shaking the dust, turning clouds and storms with a single thought. And somehow, those 16 characters alone pushed the Weibo topic past 260 million views within 3 hours. By the next day, discussion volume had exploded past 720 million. At that point, people stopped asking whether the show was popular. The bigger question became, what exactly did Xiao Zhan bring to the role of Zanghai that made the entire industry react like this? And honestly, the more you stare at the poster, the stranger it gets. Because the image itself is packed with details. At the top of the poster, there's a dragon coiled above the palace rooftops. Most viewers immediately took that as a signal that Season 2's political power struggle will move even closer to the emperor himself. Then there's the phoenix. Unlike Season 1, where Zanghai was still trapped in revenge and survival, the phoenix seems to hint that this version of him has already changed. He's no longer just the wounded young man carrying blood debt on his back. But the symbol that really sent fans into detective mode was the faint outline of a Kylin hidden inside the artwork. Inside the larger IP universe, the Kylin has always been tied to the Zhang family and its bloodline secrets. So now people are asking, does this mean Zanghai's true identity is finally about to be revealed? And once viewers started zooming into the corners of the poster, things got even crazier. Some fans noticed patterns that looked suspiciously similar to the Bronze Gate and the Cloud Palace imagery connected to Changbai mountain lore. That immediately triggered theories that Season 2 might introduce tomb exploration elements and push the series deeper into mystery territory. Court politics on one side, ancient underground secrets on the other. And then there's one tiny detail almost everyone missed at first: a bat hidden near the edge of the poster. It's small, almost invisible, but once people noticed it, theories exploded everywhere. Some believe it hints that an even more dangerous enemy is still hiding in the shadows, someone potentially worse than Wu Xiangjun from Season 1. That's probably the smartest thing about this poster. It never directly explains anything. It just keeps throwing clues at people and letting the audience spiral on their own. If Season 1 was ultimately about personal revenge, then everything we know about Season 2 suggests a much larger story. Current rumors say the new season takes place 5 years after Zanghai disappears from the political world. He originally wanted to spend the rest of his life hidden away from power and conflict. But then, strange events start happening again. Ghost soldiers passing through, Xiang Antu being kidnapped, the appearance of the Netherworld Pavilion. And suddenly, Zanghai is dragged back into everything he tried to leave behind. Honestly, the setup already feels like one of those max-level strategist returns from retirement stories. But the real core of Season 2 seems to revolve around the ghost seal first teased in Season 1. Back then, it mostly looked like a symbol of identity and authority. Now, it's rumored to be something much bigger, the key to opening the Bronze Gate of Changbai Mountain. And behind that gate? Nobody knows. Some theories say immortality. Others say a forbidden force capable of destroying entire kingdoms. Which means Zanghai may eventually face a brutal choice: open the gate and uncover the truth, or destroy the key forever to protect everyone else. That balance between restraint, calculation, and hidden emotion is exactly why so many viewers believe this role only works with Xiao Zhan. Normally, audiences are used to sequels changing actors. But Zanghai Legend of Zanghai, the reaction online has been surprisingly unified. If it's not Xiao Zhan, don't even make it. Part of that comes from how heavily Season 1 depended on him. Zanghai reportedly carried more than 90% of the show's scenes. That's an insane amount of pressure for any actor, especially in modern dramas filled with ensemble casts. But Xiao Zhan not only carried the role, he turned it into one of the biggest performances of his career. Director Zheng Xiaolong openly said casting Xiao Zhan was the only correct choice. And director Chao Yiwen repeatedly praised how obsessive Xiao Zhan became about tiny emotional details. A lot of viewers still remember those scenes from Season 1 where Zanghai's breakdowns felt disturbingly restrained instead of dramatic. The crying never felt exaggerated. Even some of the physical reactions, including moments where he nearly gagged from emotional exhaustion, were reportedly improvisations Xiao Zhan added himself while filming. That's also why fans became nervous the moment rumors about Season 2 started spreading, because Xiao Zhan's schedule is already packed deep into 2026. Between 10 Days to the End, rumored spy dramas, and multiple ongoing projects, nobody really knows when he would even have time to film Zanghai 2. And yet fans everywhere are basically saying the same thing. Take your time with the script. Just lock Xiao Zhan in first. Of course, some people are also skeptical. There are viewers asking whether all this hype is simply the industry selling a dream before the project even officially exists. But once you look at the numbers from Season 1, it becomes easier to understand why Youku is treating this sequel like a guaranteed giant. The first season reportedly broke Youku's internal popularity records with a heat index above 10,000. Total views across platforms passed 2.9 billion. It dominated yearly charts for over 2 months straight. Even months after the finale, daily streams reportedly remained incredibly stable. And internationally, the drama performed far beyond what most people expected. The series expanded into more than 190 countries and regions, entered major overseas platforms, and even helped push interest in traditional Chinese culture and architecture overseas. At that point, Legend of Zanghai stopped feeling like just another historical drama. It became something much larger, which is exactly why expectations for Season 2 are now so terrifyingly high. Because once a sequel reaches this level of anticipation, audiences become ruthless. If the writing weakens, if the political logic collapses, if emotional scenes start feeling fake, people will notice immediately. And honestly, maybe that pressure is exactly why fans are willing to wait, not for a rushed sequel, not for nostalgia bait, but for a version of Zanghai 2 that actually deserves all this madness surrounding it.